everybody, Martika here with Martika J Makes, and welcome. So I am coming to you today with some amazing gift ideas. And I decided to put this in one video because I have quite a bit of information to give you that's going to get your creative juices flowing, especially if you are on a time limit for getting your Christmas gifts done and you don't really have any idea of what to do. I believe that this is going to give you some great ideas to get you going. So we are talking about 8 easy apron gifts and ways to gift them. So some of these aprons patterns you may have in your stash already. Some of them you may not. But as you know, with an apron, it is easily interchangeable and you can just kind of work with what you have and just make it into what you want. So the first thing I want to share with you is that, you know, when we think of aprons, we think of like just working in the kitchen, but I want to give you an idea of different people who an apron gift can be for. You guys, these can be gifts for, of course, family and friends, but also like cleaning ladies, if you have any, maybe that come to your home to clean, or even at your place of employment, who you kind of talk to all the time and want to do something special for. You have teachers, especially teachers who work with younger children, with paints and clay and different messy things that they don't want to get on their clothes. You know, of course, yeah, they may have some things to cover themselves up at work, but what's even better than a personalized apron for themselves or a custom made apron? Then you have those people who like to garden. You may have, you know, family members or friends or even your next door neighbor who you always see in their garden, down on their knees, working on things, planting things, whether it's flowers or whether it's fruits and vegetables. I don't know, but they definitely need aprons for those gardens. And then you have like people in your beauty industry, like your estheticians, your nail techs, your makeup artists who work with things that they don't want to mess up their clothes with. You even have like your daycare workers. They kind of fall in the same line as your teachers because they're dealing with kids all day. They're dealing with babies, you know, and yeah, they want to stay clean too. So these aprons can go much, much further than the kitchen. So I hope that these patterns give you some great ideas. And after I'm done showing you the patterns, I will be giving you some great information on how you can gift these aprons and make it really, really special. So stay tuned. Now, before we get started, if you have not already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up on this video. Be sure to comment at the end below and let me know if this video helped you. And if you have not, definitely subscribe. So our first pattern is a vintage pattern, and it is Simplicity 6206. As you can see, it is a simple to sew pattern, and you have about 3 different choices of aprons in this pattern and some other things on here too, but we are focused on the aprons right now. I personally think that 2 and 3 are the easiest on this pattern, and that is this one right here, number 2, and then number 3. Now, number 1 is easy too, but if we're talking about quick and easy sews, I mean, we're in the week before Christmas. If you're watching this video the week before Christmas, then, you know, we're looking for very, very simple. They do both have rickrack trim, which is optional, but if you do have rickrack already at home, it's very easy to just sew on there as your trim, or if you want to go and pick some up, you can. However, if you choose not to use it, just make sure that your lines are very, very straight, very neat when you sew that down. And then both of these call for under 2 yards of fabric, you guys. So let's look at the fabric as we are talking about that. So the fabric that this does call for, these are just suggested fabric types, are cottons and blends, gingham, ticking, poplin, denim, those type of things. You can also use synthetics and blends, just basically whatever is great for an apron. You have like they even put like a cotton suede, just, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you guys, you can use so many different fabrics as a apron. So just use your creativity and just kind of go with it. Checking your stash first, because you guys know I'm all about saving money and time, and see what you have and just go with it. So that again is Simplicity 6206. It is a vintage pattern, but it is an authentic pattern from the 60s. Now, the next pattern that I have for you is a It's So Simple McCall's pattern. And you guys, these can be gotten at Walmart. So if I show you any patterns and say like there's not a Simplicity or McCall sale going on at the time, just remember that you can go to Walmart and pick up, some kind of some replica patterns in there, or even some patterns that's not currently printed anymore. They may be renumbered in this It's So Simple line at Walmart. So as you can see, this pattern calls for 2 yards of fabric, and you have even pot holders that can go with this if you choose to. Now, for this one, this is an adults and children apron and oven mitt. So this apron set you can do for adults. That means it is unisex, so men or women. And you can also do for children if you want to do something matching. If you want to give like a family gift, you can do that. And if you choose to, you can choose the mitts, but we are talking about the aprons. Denim, cotton, cottons, twills, calico, all of those type of fabrics are suggested for this particular apron. So very easy to sew. I mean, just very quick. So I would definitely say, that is a definite contender if you choose. Now, the next one is a little bit different of an apron. This is McCall's 8308. And you guys, I kind of like this. This has like a vintagey look, if you ask me, in a way, but it's also a very loose look. If instead of the tie up, this has no ties. Okay. So this one is just kind of a pull over your head apron, very comfortable to wear. As you can see, it has somewhat of a flare to it. You have it in different lengths. You have a large pockets. When I saw this on her, I immediately thought like cleaning lady. The large pockets, the flexibility to be able to bend and get under things without your apron, constricting you in any type of way. So that's what I thought of when I saw this particular apron. But of course, this can be used for, anything. The back does have elastic. There are no ties to this. So you have all of your different views here, and each of them have somewhat of an elastic back, okay, to where you can just slip in there. And then, of course, your cottons, cotton blends, and you do need lightweight, fusible interfacing for this. Pay attention to your notions. Some of them call for like bias tape, but definitely the elastic, you need to know what width of elastic you do need if you are sewing up this pattern right here. So again, McCall's 8308. And you know what? Let me go back, because this pattern, I didn't give you the number if you do go and pick this up. It comes in a style, and this is L9444. That is the number for this pattern right here. So I'm sorry about that. Totally forgot to mention it. All right, so the next one is McCall's M5284. This is an oldie but goodie, as you can tell by the pattern number itself. But this gives you like 6 different looks in this. Okay, they're all easy. And you can use the same fabric as they have done in all of these different views, or you can use a contrasting fabric. It is totally up to you, you guys. However, you do want to pay attention to what's needed, because you have Some of them say that, you can use the rickrack on there. This is like an eyelet fabric that's going around here. So, if you're looking for the different details when you choose these, you definitely want to pay attention to what you need. This one has a single pocket up front. You have the apron that wraps around the neck. Over here, you still have the single pocket, but it is a half apron with the ruffled bottom. And then you still have the single pocket on the front of here, and no ruffles at the bottom. And then you have the pocket, it looks like, on the side over here. And this looks like a rickrack trim to me on that one. And then you also have ruffles on the bottom of this one, view E, with the pocket on the side. And then view B, you have, like I said, your eyelet fabric around there as the ruffle, and then some little trim in the lace on those two pockets. And you also have, this is view C right here, where you do have the ruffle around, and she's giving you an idea about the length that it may be, although we don't know, how tall she is. So on the back of here, your suggested fabrics on here, of course, is gingham, chintz, cotton blends. They're suggesting that you use like novelty prints in here. You do have sizes small, medium, large, and extra large. So definitely pay attention to that. Pay attention to the notions, like I said, for the details that's needed on these. But you can definitely get a lot of use out of this pattern, especially if you're looking to give several gifts. Now, this next one is one of my favorites, you guys. And I have not made this yet, but it's still one of my favorite patterns, all right? Because I love the fact that it is unisex. I love when we're thinking of gift giving, we don't have to, make a difference whether it's for the man or for the woman, because you have something for both here. So this is Simplicity 9302. As you can see, he's wearing like this denim straight apron, and then with the single pocket on the front, she's wearing another style straight apron, maybe like a cotton canvas or something. And she has her rickrack on the pocket for the design, and she has two pockets there. You even have another view here that has like one long pocket on the front, and then you have another view here that has even like a deeper pocket, but definitely shaped different. You can contrast that as they have done there, making it a lot of fun, you guys. So I think that this is a great pattern. This is a great couples gift, you guys, especially if you know someone that just got married, or if you are, say, like tight on the budget. This is something that you can do for both, package it in the same gift and do things like that. So, and I'll give you some more ideas on that later. But the fabrics, of course, is cotton types, broadcloth, chambray, denim, gingham, poplin, just same as we have been saying, whatever is great for aprons, or whatever you feel is great for an apron that you may have in your stash, or you may go and pick up. This is a great one to have. Now, the next one is, we are getting into like the mommy and me patterns. And that is when we're talking about an apron. We showed one apron that was for like an adult and a child, but then you have other aprons here too, where you can get into more design, like this here. You have your pot holder looking pocket there, which I think is really, really neat. And then you even have like your ruffles on the bottom there. You have like a really simple straight apron, a half apron for a kid. And then you do have like the same look of an apron here if you want the bodice. The bodice in this pattern, you guys, is optional. And I'm sorry, this is McCall's 8234, by the way. You can do this with the bodice, or if you want it as a half, I come to the conclusion that you can also do that without the bodice and have a half apron there too, because this is view A. As you can see, it is a tie up. So you're going to be able to tie it around the back just the same as view B, which is for the child. So you can do that in the same manner. And then if you wanted to be creative, make the little pot holders and the towels and things, to go with that, you can do that too. But we're just talking about aprons today. Now, another Mommy and Me, which I have made before, I made this last year before last, I believe it was. Might have been last year, I can't remember. Anyway, this is a quick sew pattern, quick sew 3787. And this is a Mommy, Me, and My Dolly, which is what I named it, apron pattern. You guys, this is really, really simple. You get some really cute contrasting fabric there. This requires no lining. It's just really, really quick and easy. I will tell you that they're all pretty much sewn in the same way. Very easy to wear. I made this for my sister and my niece and her doll. This is like, I would say this fits like a American doll, those life-size, well, somewhat of a life-size doll for little girls where they can have like matching outfits. That's what this fits. And I actually picked up her doll from Joann's. They do carry those dolls there. And you can use a half off coupon if they have that, or whatever coupon that they have, so you can save some money on the doll itself. So they have them in all different nationalities. I think maybe about 3 to 4 different nationalities, at least they did at the time. So yeah, look into that if you're looking to shop for a little girl. But I can tell you that these were a winner, and anytime my sister is baking or something like that, my niece runs and gets her apron and gets her doll and her apron, and they are good to go. So yeah, definitely take a look into that if this pattern is no longer available, or any of these patterns is no longer available. Check eBay, check Etsy to see if you can find them. I guarantee you that somebody 9 times out of 10 have them online. And last but not least, we have one more Mommy, Me, and My Dolly patterns, and this is Simplicity 9395. And I took a look at these 2 different ones, and I think that View B is probably going to be the easiest, especially if you're stuck for time. Simply being, it does not call for any type of clasp or anything like that. It's just you sew it together, and this is a pull over the head, and then you tie it in the back pretty much. And this is, you know, all 3 of those. And then you can put like a little lace ribbon like they've done there. You can dress this up. It has a couple of rows of ruffles there. But if you want to remove a row, you can always remove a row of ruffles. But if you want, you know, more contrast going on, you definitely do the 2 rows in different fabrics. But I just think that this is so very cute. Like, I won't go through the fabrics that's needed because we've already gone through those enough. And I just think that these aprons are amazing to have as gifts. Now, let's get into how you can gift them to those you love and those you adore, and make it very special and customized for them. All right, you guys, so let's talk about how we can put these gifts together instead of just handing an apron in a bag or in a box, which is totally fine. You know, if that's all you do, whatever, and tie a big pretty ribbon around it, that is totally fine. But if you want to get more creative with this handmade project, then I am going to give you some great ideas on how you can make this even more special. So, of course, we know that with an apron, the first idea is to like gift it with a baking pan, maybe a cake mix and things like that, things to make the cake, all of the dry ingredients. We know that we can do that. We can gift a package of cookie mix and put it with a cookie baking sheet and gift it just like that. But we can also pair it with like a vintage style bowl set. And when I say vintage style, I mean like those old school colors, like your pastel like greens, or that mint green or olive greens, blues, those baby or sky blues, those soft yellows, or even just white bowl sets. And you can put it off in there and package it up, gift it some type of way there. But we know all of those different ways, right? However, there are even more ways, and yes, I am looking at my notes here. So, of course, like we said before, in some of the patterns you have pot holders and mitts. You can do some coordinating fabrics if you want to make that and present it as a set. But you can also just go and buy a coordinating pot holder and mitt set. It could be solid colors, it could be prints to coordinate with your apron that you made. You don't have to make it, just get something to go right along with it. You can even do something like a recipe book or a cooking magazine. Put that with it and tie a really nice ribbon or something around it. Something that, of course, has some recipes in it to get them inspired to put their apron on and cook. And then you can also do like some quality kitchen utensils. We're not just talking about like the plastic spatulas and things like that. We're talking about like some wooden utensil sets, wooden spoons. I love a wooden spoon, okay? They're just amazing to cook with. Different spatulas, whisk. Those never get old. You can use whisk for so many different things. That can be complementary to the cooking and baking. You can also add these in with those with the pan sets, with the cake mix and things like that if you want. You can also do some monographed towels or dishcloths to go with your aprons. And I just think that that would be amazing. Or just get some solid colors. You don't even have to monogram them, just to put it with it to have some type of a set going on. Now, this one is a really great idea and very dear to my heart. You can put these with like some gourmet ingredients or spices. Put them with your aprons and get them inspired to go and try something maybe out of that magazine that you gave them, something to go and cook. And just for a plug, for those of you who don't know, which many of you probably don't, my husband has his own spice line, and this is what we use in our home when we cook. We use these. We use other spices too, but we definitely use his spices because we know that there are no preservatives in them, no MSGs or anything like that. Only spices, and they are amazing. So, like I said, those will definitely be linked in the description below so that you can go and check his shop out to see what he has to offer, and that is Mr. G's Spices. So back to the list here. You can even do, say, like a handmade apron label or tag that you could put in the back or on the pocket of the apron if you have, say, like an embroidery machine or something like that. Or even if you have a Cricut cutter. If you have a Cricut machine, you can do like an iron-in label in the back that's, just a flat label with the recipient's name or a little bitty special message like especially for you or something like that. Just make it memorable. You guys, you can even put their name across the front of their apron. Okay. So just to throw those ideas out there for you too. You can also pair the apron with a small herb garden kit, or like I said before, a garden kit in general. So therefore they can throw their apron on before they go out to their garden to do their herbs or their flowers or their fruits and veggies. And it's just customized just for them. You can also pair this with like a reusable grocery tote. Yeah, you can wear your apron to the grocery store, especially if you're going somewhere, say like the farmer's market. How fun is that to have on your custom apron where you're going through and digging through fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that with the reusable grocery tote. Mind you, you can make that or you can purchase that, and then you can make the apron to complement the bag itself. Great ideas there. Or you can do a cooking class voucher, okay? Or a gift certificate or something to where they can wear their apron to a cooking class that you have gifted them with. Or if you cook, you guys, this is even better. Have them set a date with you to where you're going to teach them something how to cook. Maybe it's a family recipe or something like that. But whoever you have made aprons for, they can wear their aprons. Everyone have on their aprons, or just you and one other. And you get to cooking this recipe together. And then last but not least, like I said before, homemade baked goods. But instead of putting it with the pan or something like that, you go ahead and bake up the cookies or the cake or something like that. Bring it to dinner or have it just for them and pair it together with just an apron. So you guys, those are just some ideas, I think personally, some amazing ideas that would make your gift giving even more special, not just for Christmas, but for birthdays, for Valentine's Day, for Mother's Day, just any type of day where you want to give a gift, a just because day. It doesn't have to be a holiday or a special day. You can give gifts just because, and to be honest with you, we need more of that in the world. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you have enjoyed these ideas. I would love to know if you're going to use any of them because yeah, I would just love to know. All right, let's get to making these gifts and giving them out to those we love. So I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to not rate, but like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.